My YouTube boos, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this poison ivy green hair look. So 613 hair, and this is 30 inches. For my colors, I will be using the Iron Color Brilliance in the color of Shamrock and Arctic Sparks in the color of Neon Moon. I didn't have a set specific look I was going for. At first I wanted to do like a lime green hair look, but you just had to mix too many different colors together and I didn't find them all as stylish, so I just got these two and made this little money green hair look. I think it turned out pretty good, but yeah. I'm going to be doing the watercolor method today, so I have the water running so it can warm up and get hot. This was actually my very first time doing the watercolor method, so yeah, I should have boiled the water instead of using the hot water out the sink because I feel like the color would have dissolved better in the water because the color Iron Brilliance is such a thick consistency. It was hard to kind of mix in the water, but nevertheless it still worked out. So I'm just trying to make sure the color is mixing very good in the water before I throw my bundles in there. So now that we have the color all mixed in, I'm just going to add my bundles. I put one bundle in first to see how it took the color. The ends colored very fast, but for the rest of the hair I kind of had to stick the hair in there so it could attach to the hair and go ahead and process. So I left it in there for about, I guess, 15 minutes and got the desired color that I wanted. It actually turned out to like a perfect green because I didn't want it too dark. So now on to making my wig. As you've seen before in my past wig videos, I'm going to use a mesh dome style wig cap. And this is a lace frontal, so I'm going to sew my frontal down first. I usually start in the middle and I work my way down to the side. And just keep sewing. You'll make sure your stitching is just neat, nice, and flat, and that everything just falls into place. So you just want to take your time on this and just be very careful. You don't want your wigs to be lumpy and bumpy, honey. You want them to be flat. I'm going to kind of skip through this because I already have videos of me making wigs that I will link down in the description bar below. I think it took me like 4 hours tops to make this wig. I'm getting quicker, just finding my own way and my own process. I did go back and get some more color and just kind of color correct where you see where the lighter blondish is kind of peeking through. So I did fix that after I finished my wig just to make sure my wig is not looking splotchy in certain areas. I usually double the wefts at the bottom and then I single them and start to cut them when I get closer to the top so my wig can lay flat as possible. So now that we're all colored and constructed, I'm going to actually have my good friend Audrey Z install my wig on me today. I will leave all of her information down in the link below. So I was just adjusting my wig just to making sure that it's going to fit on my head the way that I want it to. So now Audrey is just going to go in and cut off all the extra lace that's not needed on the wig so we can give it a realistic look. You just want to make sure when you are cutting your lace, you want to be very extremely careful because you can cut it back too far and you can mess the whole frontal up. So you just want to be very careful. That's why I got Audrey to do mine because she is a professional at this. Now that we have all the lace cut off that we don't need, we are ready to get these down. I don't use glue on my skin. I usually use like Got2b or the Got2b Freeze Spray because it works perfectly fine for me. I know everyone is different. So now we're just going to put the Got2b gel around my forehead where the stocking cap is because we don't want to glue this down on your actual hair because it will glue your hair, so you just want to be careful. And we're just going to dry it so it's not too wet, just kind of put it in place. And after drying, we're just going to take this comb and just kind of mold it and lay it in the place where it needs to be. This can be very time consuming, but you want to take your time so your wig is laying flat, it's not looking crazy, and it's looking realistic as possible. So just don't try to rush the process. We're not going to gel mine all the way around the perimeter of the front of my forehead. We're going to stop about right here because my sideburns come out pretty far, so we don't want to put gel and lay it on my sideburns because, like I said, it will pull. So you just need to be careful about that. And the hair is going to cover my sideburns anyway, so I wasn't really too worried about it not being covered. And right now we're just going to cut the flaps around the ear off. This doesn't really have to apply to me because I'm not gelling mine down all over my head. But you know, if you were to gel it down all over, you know, you would want to cut your flaps off so you could wear it versatile. If you guys have watched my past videos before, you know I love a loose beach wave curl. So she is just throwing some loose beach waves in right now. And I usually don't sleep in my wig, so I take mine off every night. So if I want to wear this one again tomorrow, I'll just reinstall it tomorrow. But I just don't want to sleep in it, and I don't like sleeves that got to be on my skin overnight. So now we're just going to go in with this Suave Extra Hold Mousse Foam and just apply it to the top and just kind of flatten it and lay the baby hairs and the edges. You know, you gotta get them baby hairs really fleeky. And you ladies know that laying your baby hairs can be a little time consuming, especially like when you want them like really perfect. So, you know, just take your time on this as well. So now we're just going to go in with a rapid and just let these baby hairs lay down and dry. Just going to go over it with a hair dryer just to make sure everything stays in place. And we're going to go in with a little bit more mousse and just get those flyaways at the top just to lay down. And that is it. We are all installed, you guys. Thank you, Audrey, for installing this wig on me. I will leave Audrey's information down in the description bar below. As you can see, I fill it myself. Audrey also, she sells bundles. She has a hair company and she installs wigs and does hair as well. So I will link all of her stuff in the description bar below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you both in the next video.